Chair, I'm really delighted to be here. And let me congratulate you, not only for your chairmanship, but for the motivation, the passion, and the knowledge. And congratulate Paul and all the team. I think a lot has been said. I will not, in Spanish, I think you say, llover sobre mojado. So I will not rain on something which is already wet. I'll go straight to 5 key points. The first one is I'm the African Union Special Envoy on Food Systems. We have defined last year a common position regarding soil health and fertilizer. And that common position has principles which are coherent with the 4 per thousand principles. And it recognizes very clearly that agri-food systems transformation should not only be the carbon source of greenhouse gases emission, but also the carbon sink through afforestation, biomass energy, and carbon sequestration. So it's very clear. And the delivery process of that declaration, which is continental, is a regional translation through policies, regionally, the 5 African regions, and nationally at the national level. So we have a delivery process. It's hard, difficult, but there is a way, there is a clear path which needs to be followed. Now, I will focus, since I have 3 minutes, on what I consider as key issues that need to be taken regarding implementation. So the first one is coherence between the instruments that we have in agri-food systems transformations and our action plan on soil health. Coherence between adaptation plans and NDCs and agri-food transformation pathways resulting from the United Nations Food Systems Summit. As you know, pathways have been defined. So I think it's important that in the coordination of these instruments, the issues of soil health are not diluted and are prioritized. That's point number 1. Point number 2, it's important, all of us are convinced of what we talk about, but it's important that we infuse and disseminate knowledge at the level of policy makers. So we need to build a narrative, and that narrative has to be impactful, understandable, clearly usable by policymakers, so that when we discuss with them, there is not that gap of knowledge, and communication is made easier, and it allows them to design the proper policies. That's my point number 2. Point number 3 is about institutions. I think we need to think about what type of innovative institutions we need to put in place in order to integrate the issues of soil health. Up to now, if you look at the government and the ministries, you don't know exactly where the issues are managed. It can be in an environment ministry, it can be in an agri ministry, it can be in a research center. So I think we need to think about institutional innovations so that we optimize the use institutionally of the targets we are aiming at and the principles that we are fighting for. And lastly, and this is my last point, science regarding soil health needs to be in the pockets of the small-scale farmers and the farmers. And that's another type of narrative. I was talking about the narrative towards the policymakers. Now the narrative towards the farmers, we need to encapsulate science so that they can use it easily at their level. So let me congratulate you again and really highlight the huge impact that 4% is having in a very small time with very small resources. So congratulations and thank you.